Ed, coming up on 200 this weekend, which is pretty exciting. Choco Williams always tells everyone that only 4% of players get to that milestone, so how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Wild to think only 4% of players make 200. I'm very excited. It's quite a humbling experience to get to 200, a milestone. It's probably not something you fully appreciate until you finish, I'm sure, but nonetheless, very excited.
It's always like a time for reflection, these types of milestones. What have been some things that you've been maybe pondering on this last week or thinking about in particular?
I think it's always the people you play with and the relationships you make that are probably the special things. I've made a lot of good friends at this club, and there's been a lot of people who have really influenced my career. So that's probably the most special part about it.
Take us back to when you were first drafted. You obviously went to Freo. How different do you think you are from that boy who, made the transition to across Australia to play AFL? How different do you think you've grown?
Yeah, in one sense, I'm probably very different. Moving out of home when you're 18, moving into state, was certainly something new for me. And then moving back home and experiencing the hub years and everything, it's if you play 200 games, you've probably experienced your fair shares of ups and your fair shares of downs. So I'd like to think I'm probably more well-rounded. But in saying that, I've only ever played football my whole life, so yeah.
Pretty much the same. In terms of the people around you, who have been some of your biggest, mentors, role models, friends throughout your 200 games?
Yeah, I think, I got into football because my brother played, and he was lucky enough to have a successful career at Collingwood. So he has been hugely influential in my career, from a very young age, right through to today. And then obviously many great teammates in my Freo days. And I've got some exceptional teammates now and some lifelong friends. Max, Christian, Jake Lever, Jake Melksham. A lot of guys who I played a lot of footy with. It's been pretty special. Anytime you can win a flag with a team is pretty cool, and that sort of, you make a lot of lifelong friends.
Mention of the Premiership in 2021. What was that moment like in your career in WA, getting that ultimate success?
Yeah, it was reasonably early on in my Melbourne days. It was a big few years to go from Freo to Melbourne, have a year in the hub, and then win the flag the next year. It sort of all happened at once. But only very, very fond memories. It was an amazing finals campaign we had, and I look back very fondly on those days, and looking forward to hopefully getting back there and experiencing something close to that in the near future.
You're considered somewhat of a mysterious person, I feel like, from the fan base. Keep yourself, maybe not post on socials as much as the others. Talk us through what it's like to be Ed Langdon off the field.
Off the field, I'm pretty busy these days. I try and stay busy. Just graduated a few months ago after a long 10-year business degree, so very thankful that's done. And then I feel like most people know my passions. I love coffee business. Started a furniture business, which I also love. So I try and keep myself as busy as I can.
And we know that you're an avid bike rider, have done some trips with Max. What's he like to ride next to?
He's good. He's a great windbreak for me. I try and just stay behind him. We have done some amazing trips, and again, some lifelong memories. Hopefully a few more trips like that to come would be nice, and create a few new memories.
Now, in terms of your development at Melbourne, you've kind of become in recent years a bit more of a leader, maybe informal and now more of a formal role in the leadership group. Talk us through how you've evolved as a leader.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed that side of my personal development. As you said, I probably kept to myself when I was a bit younger. I mean, I'm not a hugely extroverted personality, but I think I see the game pretty well, and it probably took me till I was 27, 28 years old to really find the confidence in sharing my views and opinions, and I'm pretty keen to keep developing that side of my game.
How would you say that you show that with, the players like Caleb Windsor, Xavier Lindsay? How do you show your leadership?
I guess I try and be, I'm quite relaxed and calm by nature, so I just try and lean on that as much as I can, and be a really sort of composed voice for them. When you're a young player, there can be a lot going on, and it can be quite overwhelming at times. So I feel like anytime I can instill a sense of calm or relaxation, that's probably my style of leadership, I'd say.
In terms of your position, you mentioned the other day that it has changed, and it's always nice to reinvigorate your position later on in your career. How's that been to have a little bit more of an inside role, not necessarily a winger?
Yeah, it's been good. It's it certainly hasn't come without its difficulties. To be flipped into multiple positions mid-game can certainly have its challenges. But again, something I'm pretty keen to develop. I'm at the stage of my career where I'm sort of happy to do anything that will help the team, and if that means I get thrown around a bit, then I'm more than happy to do that and see the young guys really grow and develop their game. That's been pretty cool.
This weekend is the BCNA Pink Lady match. You'll be wearing Rena on your top thanks to Zurich's partnership with BCNA. Can you just talk us through what that partnership means and what it means to have Rena's name on your top?
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's I think over a 20-year partnership with BCNA, which is amazing, and incredible support from Zurich to allow us to put the names of the ambassadors on the shirts, on our warm-up shirts. And I was lucky enough to meet Tom and his lovely 3 kids the other day. We all got to meet the ambassadors, and I'm wearing their late mother's name on my shirt, which is incredibly special to be doing that and giving that opportunity for them, and raising awareness for a great cause.
Well, fingers crossed we get the win in your milestone game.